What does a $150,000 week in Courchevel actually look like, and why do some guests spend that much in just a few days? Let's be honest, Courchevel isn't really about skiing anymore. It's where billionaires, royalty and celebrities go to disappear into a version of winter that feels completely private. And once you understand the numbers behind it, you realize this isn't just a ski trip. Most ultra high net worth guests don't arrive by car, they fly private. And of course in a Pilatus PC-12, because that's the biggest aircraft that can land in Geneva. Here you will pay around $8,000 to $12,000 away. The goal is simple. Land directly at Courchevel Altiport, one of the most dramatic runways in the world, short, steep and carved into the mountain. The moment you land, you will step into your Rolls-Royce Cullinan or Mercedes V-Class, which is already waiting on the snow. Now you are ready to make it straight to your chalet in minutes. Your home base usually starts with the legendary Palace of the Valleys, Les Arelles and Cheval Blanc. These aren't just 5-star hotels, they operate more like private winter clubs. Suites during peak season often starts at around $5,000 a night and climb past $15,000 for the signature residences. A full week in a top suite can easily reach to $70,000 to $100,000 before you have even stepped into the slopes. And then there's like the ski valleys, which are like butlers who warm your boots, and every detail will feel invisible but intentional. If you prefer something slightly quieter but equally exclusive, then of course there's also the K2 Palace or La Posée. They offer ski in ski out luxury with nightly rates around $3,000 to $8,000 depending on the suite. Many returning guests choose these properties because they feel more intimate, yet the service remains at the palace level. And here is where Courchevel becomes different from any other resort. Serious guests don't wait for lifts. Private heli skiing into Italy or Switzerland typically costs between $8,000 to $12,000 a day, and those can be enjoyed in a small group. Then this helicopter will drop you and your group to untouched powder away from the crowds, and suddenly skiing feels less like sport and more like exploration. By early afternoon the mountain shifts into this most iconic ritual, the long lunch. Tables at Bagatelle or Cap Horn often have a minimum spend of $1,000 to $3,000 depending on the day, and during peak weekends it climbs up much higher. Champagne bottles move fast, DJs slowly turn up the energy, and what begins as a relaxed lunch transforms into an après-ski. La Folie Douce brings a different energy. Here you can enjoy theatrical shows, dances and hundreds of guests celebrating on the terrace. Evenings follow their own rhythm. Guests go to places like La Mangeoire or Kinogava, then they will spend between $500 to up to several thousands depending on the table and event nights. Here dinner isn't just food, it's performance, lights, music, and suddenly the entire room feels like a private party. Then of course there's also shopping. Shopping is another hidden part of the budget. Along the Rue de l'Église and the Croisette, luxury brands like Chanel, Hermès, Louis Vuitton and Cartier will release exclusive winter pieces you won't find anywhere else. It's not unusual for clients to spend $20,000 to $50,000 in a single afternoon, especially in the private after-hour fittings. But the real spending happens in the chalets. Names like Edelweiss, Ornello, Le 1550 or Northrop represent the highest tier of alpine living. Weekly rentals start at around $100,000 and can push beyond $250,000 during peak weeks. And you are not just renting space, you are buying a lifestyle. Private chef, butler in-house bar, indoor pool, cinema room, driver on standby. Some chalets even include a dedicated ski guide and personal trainer as part of the package. And when you start adding it all together, a $150,000 Courchevel experience doesn't sound extreme. And for many clients it isn't. Because at this level people aren't paying only for luxury, they are paying for time, privacy and access. No waiting, no stress, no compromises, just a seamless week where everything moves around your schedule. If you want to experience Courchevel the right way, from private landings at the Altiport to the best chalets and the most exclusive tables, reach out to me and I'll handle every detail so your only job is to enjoy the mountains.